how to deal with negative family members. In this session, I'm going to give you a quick and concise step-by-step process to answer that question, how to deal with negative family members. As always, please like this video. If you like it, comment below. I want to see your interactions, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. How to deal with negative family members. Now, this is a great question. I love this question because there's lots of people on the internet saying, just kick out negative people from your circle. Spend time, you are who you spend time with. This becomes very challenging when they are your family. So how do you deal with them? First of all, we have to understand that people are not their behaviors. You have to understand it. We can be happy, we can be sad, we can be lonely, but we're not always that behavior. Does that make sense? As in, if your dad is angry all the time, like my dad was, you have to understand that he's not always angry. He's just, for the last 20 years, been angry because he didn't live life on his terms. He didn't do the things that he wanted to. He had a chip on his shoulder. He didn't get to go to university. He didn't get educated at the level that he deserved to. And so he didn't live life doing the things that he wanted to do. And so he became hardwired to be an angry, bitter person. You have to go into their world, number two, and respect their model of the world. Because if you don't respect the model of the world, that's where mass conflicts are today. If you cannot truly go into their way in which they see it. For example, my auntie, not the most, for example, I have a couple of family members, they are not the most positive people to be around, of course. I have one in particular who is very, very negative. She thinks that she's very positive. She thinks she has this very positive perspective on life. However, you have to respect the fact that things haven't worked out for her the way that she expected them to. Her blueprint does not match her life condition. Now, I love my family members. I appreciate all of them. However, they're there for you to test you. So start thinking as number three is they are there to test you. They are there to strengthen you. They are there to help you develop more of your personality. Because if you believe in God and you believe in a higher being and you wanted these values of determination, of strength, of courage, then the reality is you wouldn't just get them. This higher being, the universal factor, the divine timing, the divine light, whatever you want to call this higher process, this higher being, would offer you opportunities to develop these strengths. I believe characters in your life, whether they are people in your family or not, are there to strengthen you, are there to challenge you, are there to give you a message, to give you a lesson. Sometimes the lesson is harder for us to see, especially if there are firm family members. So I say always love your family. It doesn't matter wherever they are in the world, whether they're here or not here, is love your family. And I love my family. I talk about my dad, I talk about members of my family all the time, and I use them as lessons so that you can learn more from it, so that you can understand it. I talk about my dad a lot, and my dad and mum, I'm very privileged to have two parents that genuinely care. My dad didn't come from a place of care. However, today now, I know that he does care more than ever. And so if you do come to a live event, you see me, sometimes I'm slagging off my dad, it's not because I don't care, it's because that's the truth, and I healed that relationship. And I believe all relationships can be healed. So when you take these learnings of respecting their model of thinking, respecting, really appreciating, understanding people are not their behaviors. Number one, people are not their behaviors. We can be sad and angry. Respecting their model of the behavior, respecting them, and learning to love them, because really learning to love them and appreciate them, because they do have a lesson. They do have a lesson to teach you. Some of my greatest lessons have been taught by my father when I didn't see that they were there all along. And for years I used to say to him, you never gave me anything, you never gave me like a quote. And he gave me my ultimate lesson. Now, if you want some deeper understandings around that, or you want to ask me some questions around that, answer the questions below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, like below, comment below. Come and join my membership site. I've got some free resources. At the moment it's $697. However, I've got some free spaces with some event tickets. I'd love to spend more time with you. As always, be good, be great, learn to stand out from the rest, be exceptional in every single thing you do. And as always, let us go forth together. Subscribe.